I am very much interested in, well, love, who isn't, but in many forms. And it's funny, you don't know when you start writing books that you're going to keep thinking about the same things. You see that when, oh, wow, 5 books. See, I have, actually, my sister, I changed her sex to make her feel better, but we're very, very close. Very close. We're like the same person. And I feel that there's a billion love stories. Girl meets boy, boy meets boy, girl meets girl. Will they get married? Will they not get married? Will it turn out well? Will it not turn out well? You could fill this entire vast exhibition hall with those books. There's about 5 books about brothers and sisters. And I feel like part of what you're doing as a contemporary novelist is trying to write one of the missing books. Trying to write one of the books that you don't see. Yeah. I mean, you really can't marry your brother or sister. You shouldn't marry your brother or sister. And yet, probably, you don't know, but probably they will be there at the end of your life. As all 5 of your wives are sending you turds in the mail and saying, I hope you die soon. You know, marriage is, you never know about marriage. Blood is hard to break. Blood is a hard bond to break. In psychoanalysis, there's been so much emphasis with a patient on how did your mother and father destroy you? And I don't know why this didn't come up sooner, but in contemporary psychoanalysis, analysts are going to conferences and saying, you know what, I have a patient. I think the parents were okay. I think this person was damaged by his brother. And no one ever thought about that. Everyone has always thought of the siblings as a sort of team against the wicked parents. And duh, but it's a sort of new idea among psychoanalysts now. What happened with your sister? What did your brother do to you? Your parents were probably okay. What was it like when your brother tried to kill you? What has that done to you? I teach college students, and they talk about their parents very differently. They like their parents. It's time to go home for Christmas. Yay, great. I love seeing my mom. She's my best friend. I love my parents, but it wasn't like that. Parents are more informal with their children now, I think. Some. I don't know. I mean, certainly when we're younger, we are hoping for everything, and then we get older and we may have to understand that, oh, this is my life. As you say, I do write about unorthodox loves, whether it's 2 brothers or a gay man and a straight man and a woman. But the story is always more or less the same. Love is love. It's actually fairly simple. As a gay man who has so far survived the AIDS epidemic, and when it started, it was right where I lived. It was gay men in New York, and suddenly half the people I knew were dying at 25. And sometimes their biological parents were great about it, and sometimes their parents said, don't call here again. And because we had to, we formed our own families. So when you grew up, your family was your mother and your father and your sister, and you lived in a little house somewhere, and now suddenly you have an illness, and your family is 2 lesbians, a drag queen, and a little disco boy. And those families were as strong as traditional families. We bought the groceries, we made sure the medicine was right, we took you to the hospital, we brought you home again. When it was time to arrange the funeral, we did that. They're not better families. We still argued. You know, it's not an improved family. The stuff is still the stuff. Love is still imperfect. So I don't mean to idealize these unorthodox families, but I feel like they should be known. They're not in books, and I wanted to put them in books because I know them.